Foreign Minister, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs from Thailand to please address us. Excellency.
কি বলবো ওকে কোথায় কি নাম্বার কি দেবো একটা দৈনিক জাগরণের রাজীবের নাম্বার দিয়ে দিই নাকি আরেকটা ইংলিশে কথা বলতে
To express my deepest condolences over the tragic multiple train collisions in Balasore district, Odisha on the 2nd of June. We grieve with the people of India over the irreparable loss of lives and injuries. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it gives me great pleasure to be here in the bustling and historic city of Kolkata, strategically located on the Bay of Bengal. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Government of India and the Indian Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event that has brought us here. It is not a small feat bringing together governments, experts and businesses from all of the Bimstec member states. And this forum will go a long way towards building closer cooperation and fostering better understanding among us all. To be sure, business is at the heart of our cooperation. This is certainly one of the reasons that prompted us to establish this organization over a quarter century ago, to promote greater trade and investment between Bimstec countries and to harness the vast potential of this region. In recent years, Bimstec has been making significant strides in a number of areas. Last year, our leaders adopted the Charter, which renders Bimstec an organization that is more structured and capable of working more effectively. This year, we are working on a number of initiatives to bring Bimstec to greater heights, including the introduction of the Bimstec Vision 2030, a centerpiece of Thailand's chairmanship. The vision is a leaders-level document that envisions Bimstec as an organization that is prosperous, resilient, and open by the year 2030. Excellencies, distinguished participants, one of Thailand's priorities as chair of Bimstec is to heighten the role of businesses in our organization. Despite the fact that there is already a mechanism that enables the participation of the private sector in Bimstec, this existing mechanism could and should be redesigned in order to provide more room for the private sector to maneuver, to be more creative, and to provide more meaningful contributions. The time is right to allow more space for the private sectors of our member states to interact with Bimstec. As such, Thailand has proposed the idea of setting up a Bimstec Business Advisory Council.
Good morning.
Such a council would serve as a mechanism for representatives from the private sector of each Bimstec member state to interact with one another and fully engage in the Bimstec process. The existence of such a mechanism will provide opportunities for the private sector to offer perspectives and innovative insights on the ongoing Bimstec work, which will ultimately and intensively enhance trade and investment cooperation and ensure that collaboration within Bimstec can truly respond to the real needs of our businesses and peoples, especially at the smaller scale, such as startups and SMEs. As the lead country of the connectivity sector in Bimstec, Thailand attaches great importance to the interconnectedness of our region. And greater regional connectivity starts with Thailand and India. The ongoing trilateral highway project, with road linkages spanning over 3,000 kilometers, begins in Pak province of Thailand and ends here in Kolkata. Despite some setbacks, the three member countries have reaffirmed their commitments to the importance of this road connectivity and the potential it holds for the region, not only in terms of trade facilitation, but also how it can bring our peoples closer together. As we work towards greater regional interconnectedness, we are concurrently implementing the projects identified in the Bimstec Master Plan for Transport Connectivity. These include projects covering roads, railways, maritime and inland waterways, civil aviation, and multimodal infrastructure. At the same time, on the software side, our collaboration in transport connectivity includes transport access agreements and harmonization of rules, regulations, policies, and measures related to transport among member countries. This software infrastructure is aimed at facilitating the cross-border movement of Bimstec trade in support of the proposed Bimstec free trade area. It is also worth mentioning that earlier this year, the Bimstec ministers have approved the agreement on maritime transport cooperation. The agreement, once signed, will help to facilitate the flow of goods among member states, as well as open up new opportunities for the blue economy to flourish in the Bay of Bengal, which will go a long way towards ensuring the sustainable development of maritime and coastal resources. On the subject of sustainability, we must not forget about the environment along our path of development. Tackling environmental problems has emerged as one of the greatest challenges of our time. Transitioning to sustainable practices is vital, and it requires collective and multi-sectoral action. As highlighted in Thailand's BCG economic model that prioritizes a whole-of-society approach, businesses have an important role to play. Governments and businesses can and must work together to conserve and build on our rich biodiversity through innovation and technology. We can maximize the use of our precious resources with a view towards lowering waste. Strong collaboration and commitment from the business sector, in particular the public-private partnership, is key to achieving a sustainable future for the region. Excellencies, distinguished participants, Thailand's chairmanship of Bimstec will culminate at the 6th Summit in Bangkok in November this year, where we will work hard to bring our common priorities to fruition. Thailand looks forward to welcoming leaders from all Bimstec member states and hopes that the esteemed heads of state and government will also bring along with them business delegations from their private sector. Thailand is aiming to host a Bimstec Business Summit on the sidelines of the Leaders Summit, which will be an excellent opportunity for us to further the conversations and recommendations from this important event today. In concluding, I thank you all for your kind attention this morning, and I wish you all a very productive and successful event ahead. Thank you very much.
Excellency, thank you. I think under the chairmanship of Thailand, Bimstec has really become very active, and a lot of interesting and meaningful initiatives have been taken, and the focus on business engagement is truly praiseworthy. May I also acknowledge here the presence and the support of the Ambassador of Thailand to India, Ms. Hong Kong. Thank you for your kind presence here. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Ambassador of Myanmar to India, Mr. Ong. Thank you. We also have the Council Generals of Myanmar, Thailand, Bhutan, and Nepal here. Welcome to all of you. At the same time, we also have the Deputy High Commissioner of Bangladesh with us. We are happy to have you here. Minister mentioned about the business delegations around the Bimstec meet, where the head of states will meet. So I think ICC will try to work with the Thai government if we can organize maybe a smaller kind of business meet just before the government's meet or panel, whatever. So we'll work with you. Thank you. May I now request Mr. Nurul Majid Muhammad Humayun, Honorable Minister of Industries from Bangladesh, to please address us. Please give them a big welcome.
A very good morning. President Indian Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Mehul Mohanta, Honorable Chief Guest Minister of State for External Affairs and Education, Ministry of External Affairs and Education, Government of India, Dr. Raj Kumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of Industry, Government of Sri Lanka, Dr. Ramesh Patrianam, Honorable Minister, Minister of Industry, Commerce and Supplies, Government of Nepal, Mr. Ramesh Reza, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Commerce, Government of Myanmar, Mr. Ong Naing Po, Honorable Deputy Permanent Secretary, Minister of Commerce of Thailand, Government of Thailand, Mr. Wang Chi Bhattacharya, Honorable Vice Minister, Foreign Affairs of Thailand, Government of Thailand, His Excellency Mr. Vivazat Iskarabadi. Dear audience, I am here to share some perspective on the progress that we have making in the industrial sector and the increasing opportunities that are emerging in Bangladesh. So I have already heard from the speakers to the Bimstec again, and we have also heard from the speech of Mr. Kagundu, he has spoken about the SAR, that is nature of death for trade, and the upcoming of Bimstec states. Bangladesh, you know it, has been graduated from less development country, LDC, and has become middle income country under the dynamic leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The last few years have witnessed a surge in industrial activity in Bangladesh, with the government taking a series of positive steps towards strengthening the sector of the economy. Since assuming office, our government has focused on creating a conducive and investment-friendly environment for business of all sizes. The results are there for all to see, and we are seeing a steady increase in industrial growth and expansion. Bangladesh boasts of labor-cost competitive economy, heavily young and English literate workforce, supportive regulatory reform, and strategic location for optimum go-to-market plan in South Asia. The dynamic and resilient economy, coupled with a strategic location, ensures Bangladesh relevance and growth. Bangladesh government has been relentlessly working on several fronts, be it investments, climate improvements, regulatory cost reduction reform, promoting energy infrastructure investments, innovation adoption of a strategic approach in global competitiveness and potential offered from technology of the fourth industrial era. We are committed to bringing modern technology and international best practices to our industrial sector, and recently inaugurated exclusive economic zones for our investors, from especially for the Indian investors also, who welcome them. We have also taken steps towards establishing 100 special economic zones for different countries of the world, with investors showing keen interest in participating in the projects. These developments have not only strengthened bilateral ties between Bangladesh and foreign investors, but also created countless jobs and development opportunities in the country. India has become Bangladesh's key trading partner on a bilateral basis. My country's imports with India has expanded over a comparatively short period of time despite the disruption caused by the COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war to the global supply chain. Importing goods from India is cheaper and takes less time. Similarly, opportunities in India offer the same benefits. We have crossed 2 billion in product exports in India. India is now Bangladesh's second largest import market after China. The last fiscal year 2021-22, the import almost doubled and $16 billion. We have trade deficit with India. Dear audience, after 2026, Bangladesh will hold the status of developing country as a part of preparation. Beforehand, we have to be vibrant with Bimstec. We will get the opportunity to encourage investments in various sectors, especially infrastructure, R&D, leather, pharmaceuticals, agro-processed products, service, tourism, communication, transport, infra. Bimstec's trade facilitation strategic framework 2030 will outline non-traffic barriers to trade between Bimstec sub-regional countries and will show how a structured approach centered on boosting compliance, pursuing technology and improving infrastructure can bolster inter-regional trade. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh holds the beacon to illustrate economic possibilities for the Bimstec region. As a frontier market economy, Bangladesh promises sustainable and dynamic growth, avenues with elevated regulatory transparency and pro-enterprise governance. Bangladesh lies in the center of Bimstec and revitalizes the South and Southeast Asia business system. Its affordable factors of production, productive workforce, and social harmony make a promising destination for the international community in exploring growth opportunities in the Bimstec region. The success of our industrial sector is symptomatic. The border economy progress that our country is making in spite of several adversities we are facing globally. These persistent challenges, instead of dampening our spirits, have made us more resolute in our commitment to ensuring a prosperous nation, both on the foundation of robust industry and investment-friendly policies. In conclusion, I'd like to invite all of you present here to explore the opportunities that Bangladesh presents, be a part of our growth story, and forge partnership with us. Bangladesh is land of opportunities and is waiting for you to realize the potential. Thank you all for your time here.